what I have in mind is what I was saying earlier. Like, can you lose weight and still eat unhealthy?
Can you lose weight and still eat unhealthy?
Can you lose weight and still eat unhealthy? Because I'm like living proof. I've been eating like junk. Now I think there's a limit to it, and I think everybody's body's different, right?
Correct. So, give me an example of eating unhealthy.
Um,
Like, what would you eat throughout the day that you would consider unhealthy? And are you talking about like 5 days a week, or are you talking about like a cheat meal? So
I'm
5 days a
5 days
week,
a week.
eating unhealthy. What do you mean, like
Fast food
fast food?
all week.
Horrible.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, horrible idea.
Pretty bad. But what if I worked out still?
You can't outtrain your diet. No matter what you do, you can't outtrain your diet. If you said to me, I have one cheat meal, like a week, like if you're like all week, you're hitting your goals, you're doing the things you're supposed to do, and then like Saturday or Sunday is a day like you go out and you have, McDonald's or Wendy's or something like that. I could say, okay, yeah, you're still gonna reach your goals. But if you're doing this consistently on a 7 day a week, eating that processed food, it's horrible for you.
Yeah, I don't think it would. I don't think it's a long term thing. It's definitely something I wouldn't be able to keep up long term. But what
Are
I
you,
did,
are you telling me that you're doing this right now?
no. That's not what I'm saying. This is. I had a bad week like that where just like every night I just had to go get something quick.
Right.
And it was just.
And that
it was
happens because life, itself. But like long term, like if this, like you doing that over long term, it's eventually gonna catch up to you. Your body's gonna start storing those fat.
Oh yeah.
The bad fats, all the shit they put in the processed food. Um, Phone's off. Don't record it.
Turn mine off too.
So yeah, no, you can't outtrain your diet.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, I feel like you can. I feel like you can because I still lost weight that week.
That's 1 week.
But you gotta complete that sentence though. You can't train out.
What you're explaining to me right now is called reverse diet.
Okay.
So when you're on a strict diet, strict. When I say strict, I mean like when you're hitting your goals, right?
Mhm.
That you're doing that consistently, and then like for a week you do the opposite. That's called reverse diet, and this bodybuilders use it, right? And they do it when they hit a plateau and they feel like they can't lose weight, like their body's just not gaining anything.
Mhm.
What their nutritionists usually tell them is do a reverse diet.
Mm.
Eat whatever the hell you want for that week. Next week we're back on, and it's kind of what you're doing is like you're shocking your system. So your system doesn't really, because like once your body gets used to something, it's just gonna adapt, and then that's it. Boom, you're stuck. You're at that level. That's why like with training, with nutrition, with everything, like you're always trying to tweak it and change it to help you get to your goals where you need to be.
Mm.
So that's it. What you're explaining to me is you just did reverse diet.
Okay.
But if you did this for months and months and months, you're gonna
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
you're gonna gain 60 pounds.
Yeah,
And you'll be
definitely.
like,
It'll be
it worked
like
for
that.
a week.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Right.
But like, what if you did do it on a consistent basis? Like, really, like track the calories. So let's say, because one of those meals is easily could be 800 calories, depending on what you get.
So, in theory, yes, you're gonna be taking in the same amount of calories. Like if you ate, rice, broccoli, and chicken versus, if the calories added up to a McDonald's fries and a shake or whatever it is.
Mhm.
What you put in is what you get out, right? So if you're eating shit, you're gonna get shit out. You're not gonna see the same results as you would if you're eating cleaner foods. Yes, you're eating the same amount of calories. In theory, that's you're hitting your numbers, but you're putting shit in your body, so don't expect to get anything good out of it.
Have you ever seen?
Have you ever put regular in a Porsche? How does that run?
You're right. But maybe some people don't got a Porsche body. Maybe
Okay.
you got a Subaru or something.
Okay, even if you got a
gotta work with what you
even if
got.
you got a Suburban, you put regular in a Suburban, you're gonna get
Listen.
down the block and that motherfucker's gonna be on E again.
Have you seen Ronnie Coleman? Is it Ronnie Coleman? What's the dude that can't walk right now?
Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman? Okay. So Ronnie Coleman, when he was eating, have you seen his
Dirty bulk. That's what they call it.
his dirty bulk? You've seen it before?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta pull it up.
So if you're saying to me you want to do a dirty bulk,
That's not what I'm saying. I was just saying, have you seen that?
I've seen it, but you're looking at what he's eating. You're not also looking at all the other supplements and all the other stuff he's putting into his body to help him enhance that.
Okay.
Right? That's just not, he's just not taking vitamin C.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
And so someone like that, and he's a big dude. Like, when you're weighing 300 pounds, you have to, you're gonna eat a McDonald's burger because you got to get something in there, right? So you're stuffing your face like you're eating, half a pound of rice, chicken. You're hitting like 4 or 5 thousand calories a day. So how are you gonna do that?
Right.
Right. You got to eat the French fries. You got to eat the burgers. You got to eat all the other stuff. So that's different. Like when you're that big.
Right.
He was a massive, massive man. All those guys that are at that size are eating anything and everything because
Right.
they're working out. Like essentially, like when you're in that field and all you do all day is work out, you can eat. You have a little bit more leeway in what you can eat. Let me just put it like that.
Right.
Right.
I feel like I've gotten to that point too when I've gotten like my metabolism was just so high that I could eat anything. Like it doesn't matter how much. Now, it's in the time frame. I'm sure if I did that for an extended period of time, it would start to catch up with me. But like me working out 6 hours a day, I could literally eat whatever because I'd probably be burning 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like, and then I would only eat once. So I would still like, I don't know, I don't feel like I would be stuffing my face, but I could if I wanted to. And it wouldn't affect me. So I don't know, it just kind of brought back memories of that. Actually it was 2 weeks ago that we were eating out all week, but it just kind of brought back memories of like, okay, maybe I am at that point, and you're right, I guess I did do like a reverse diet in a sense, and because I did feel like I was plateauing a little bit. And like I got down, I lost 70 pounds. I've been at 230 for the past like month.
Okay.
And it's really because I haven't turned it up. I know it's like I'm at that point where I need to go beyond the 100 push-ups a day.
Right.
Like I need to start doing
your
like
body got
200.
acclimated to what you're doing.
Exactly. So I need to either chill out for a little bit and then get back. That's basically what I did. And I like calmed it down, did a lot of active recovery, got my shoulder back like stronger. Still can't do pull-ups yet, but working on that.
A lot of people can't do pull-ups, so don't feel bad about that.
No,
There's a very small percentage of people that can actually do a pull-up. I'm not talking about like kick, like what they should they do in
Can you do pull-ups?
I can do pull-ups.
How many?
I could probably do 20 at a clip.
20?
Yeah, well, I mean, but I do it very often.
Like full clip, full.
All like full extension.
We're gonna have to see that, okay? Because that, how much do you weigh?
Probably like 220, 222-ish around right now.
That's pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
To be able to pull your body weight like that.
But I mean, like I do them regularly, so like I kind of do them like push-ups, like so not every day, but after my workout I'll go up there and do like 10 pull-ups or something like that. Just because.
You said 20. You dropped the number real quick.
Well, yeah, I'll do 5 sets of 10.
No,
but if I want to do, if I could do 20, I could do 20.
Okay.
That's how I like to do that, and I like to do push-ups. It's just.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like that the trio of push-ups, pull-ups, and dips.
Yeah.
I feel like you could build a perfect upper body. Minus the biceps. With the biceps, you just need to get some curls in.
I was talking to somebody about
doing chin-ups.
Not to cut you off, but Jailhouse Boot Camp.
Oh,
where it's all calisthenics.
I love that.
Burpees, pull-ups.
Hey, that's why I learned how to work out.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. That's for another podcast.
But I think that'd be a really good boot camp. Or
Okay.
class. It won't be a boot camp. It'll be we'll call it like Jailhouse something. I don't know.
I don't know about that name though. Jailhouse?
I don't know. We'll think of something. The yard.
Maybe the yard.
Go in the yard to work out.
The yard.
Diddy's house.
Definitely not Diddy's camp.
Diddy. No, that's completely different. Now we're going.
Diddy camp. Oh my. We don't got to figure it out. We just go off of.
How much percent of your brain do we actually use?
They say 8% or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that's 100% true because I mean, if we're only using 8% of our brain, like, what about like all of the other stuff that we're doing? I'm not thinking about breathing. I'm not thinking about my blood circulating. I'm not thinking about my metabolism. I'm not thinking about none of that stuff. I'm not thinking about.
But is that brain power?
Is it brain power? It's all brain power. It's all connected.
I don't know if that's really considered brain power to blink.
Why wouldn't it be?
Wouldn't that just be like a natural reaction?
But why wouldn't it be controlled by the brain?
Amanda, damn it. You told me my phone was working, the volume was off.
Why wouldn't it be controlled by your brain though?
I don't know. I'm not. That's above my pay grade. I won't be able to answer
But, all right. So let's just break it down in simple terms.
Mhm.
If your brain
Google
was
it.
like a car, what's there to Google? If your brain was like a car,
Mhm.
you know, a car like your car has a computer in it,
Mhm.
you know, and you have an engine. So let's say your engine is your organs,
Mhm.
right? But what's reading and controlling that engine and telling it what's going on and telling how much to fire and it's the brain.
It's like siphoning. You ever siphon gas?
No,
You
I'm
put
not.
you put a hose you put a hose in a gas tank and you suck on it, and then the gas starts coming out and it'll continuously do it.
Right.
So isn't the body like that? Once the heart starts beating, or you start breathing, it's just one of those things that's continuously happening.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that your brain's not controlling that function, because if your brain were to shut off, it's not like your heart's just gonna keep on going, or no?
It does. You
It
can be
does?
brain dead.
You can be brain dead and your heart just keeps on going.
Absolutely. There's people.
All right, maybe there's different cases.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe we're not. This is above our pay grade.
It is definitely above our pay grade. I have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about.
I just-
I'm just going with it.
All right, hold on, wait. What's the question we want to ask now?
See, you didn't even know the question.
Because I'm like, what are we googling, bro? Your brain controls everything. Right?
Does your brain control your breathing? Google that.
Okay. Does your brain control your breathing? I feel like that's a stupid question. Our breathing is regulated by a cluster of a few thousand cells in the brainstem, known as the something complex. I don't know how to say that. Pre-Bot-Zinger
Sure.
complex
Mhm.
is what it says. So apparently it's regulated by a cluster of a few thousand cells in the brain stem.
Brain stem. Got it.
Not in the brain, but it's still connected to the brain. So I don't know.
The human body is amazing. What it can do.
It says the respiratory system is located in the medulla oblongata and is involved in the minute-to-minute control of breathing. Does that help?
Nope.
Medulla? I feel like it's still saying.
I think we should have a doctor on the show.
Let's go get a doctor.
Yeah.
Let's get a doctor and explain that. Because I still feel like, I mean, I didn't think about that, but I think you are right. Yeah, I think you can go like brain dead and still have your heart like beat and your organs function.
It's like being knocked unconscious, right?
Right, but don't they have to hook you up to like a respirator or something like that? Like,
I don't know. I guess it's situational. It depends.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm like, does their brain control your, or is it just like a muscle thing?
These are just the type of things I Google like at 2 o'clock in the morning when I should be sleeping.
Right? Definitely.
How tall is Jesus?
Huh?
Anybody know?
Don't even want to go there, to tell you the truth, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you see, that's why we Google those things at 2 o'clock, because
Exactly.
Google will give you an answer that will have you down the rabbit hole.
Yep.
Okay? For sure.
That's 4 o'clock in the morning. You gotta get up for work, or you're coming home.
Right? Exactly. Or you're getting off in some cases.
Yeah.
What you got planned for this week? What you got coming up? What's going on?
Events that are coming up. We have opening day in Dallastown. That's April 13th. When's next Saturday?
The 13th,
The 15th?
13th.
13th. Yeah. So that's actually next Saturday. Damn. Okay. So you get ready for that.
So you got opening day in
Opening day in
Dallas
Dallastown. Yeah. So that's for the baseball and softball team.
Okay.
And that starts at 8 a.m. and I believe that goes until about like 4 p.m.
Okay.
That's going to be up at the school on their field. That's usually a big event. I was talking to Darren from Parma, and he was telling me that's if it's nice weather, it's going to be it's going to be a really, really good event because a lot of people show up for that.
What time does that start?
8 a.m.
8 until like it's just a school day.
It's a Saturday, so yeah, 8 a.m. until I think it was like 3:30
Okay.
p.m.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's a long day. We'll do a contest. I'm gonna bring a pull-up bar. We'll be giving out free personal training sessions and like 1 week passes for gym memberships.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
Just give them enough. Just enough.
Just enough.
Yeah.
And then I'll also give out day passes for the morning boot camp class that I'm gonna do. Or it's not boot camp. It's really like a morning functional training class. So it'll be fun. Also, yes, that's another thing too. Segueing to that. Starting on the 15th, I will be starting the morning functional training class from 6 a.m. until about like 6:45 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many people you got to sign up for that?
I got 5 so far.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
How many people you think gonna actually show up? All five?
I think all five will show up. I have one woman that messaged me. She wants to do drop-ins, so she's not sure she'll like it yet, which she will, of course. So I think that class will grow. I've always had success with my morning classes, early morning classes, but I used to do them really early at 4 a.m.
Hmm.
Um,
That's for the business owners, man.
Yeah.
People that's hustling. You know what I mean?
there's a lot of people that get up and got to go down to Baltimore or whatever.
Well, yeah, I feel like that too. Maybe like those service providers
Right.
too.
That have
I think in the
those
summertime I'd
others.
do very well because like all the teachers and everyone that's working those types of jobs will be off, so people will get their morning. They have to worry about their kids and send them off to school and all the other stuff. And those two girls that came in today from Susky, the softball girls, they'll
Okay.
definitely be here in the morning.
Okay.
So yeah, they were going upstairs and hitting in the batting cages, and
Okay.
Joe, who's one of the, I guess he's like a trainer, but he's up there like he assists the girls for softball, and like he's like a positions coach, so
Uh-huh.
he'll do like catcher or pitcher or whatever. So he recommended them to come downstairs to do the boot camp class to kind of get something extra, get a little workout in.
Right.
So they've been coming every Saturday,
Nice.
religiously.
Nice.
really good.
Awesome. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's
When they
what's
didn't
up.
have school that week, they came in the morning. I did that Friday. I did a boot camp class.
Mhm.
I came in early in the morning for that. So I like seeing that. With Chase, he played basketball and volleyball. Christian played football, and Sam was hockey.
Nice.
So what we're doing, Sam created a hockey program, which he's already putting out. Christian is creating a football program, which he just sent to me yesterday. I'm gonna review that. We're gonna market that, and Chase is putting together basketball and volleyball.
Awesome.
So for the off season, what we're gonna do is we're gonna market that for those sports, those athletes, and I'll bring them in here for more athletic development classes.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. For us, classes, for us is where it's at. We're not that big gym where we're gonna have memberships. I do very well with personal training. I do very well with my classes. Same with Sam and the other guys. So we're like that niche gym. And that's kind of where we're at. We're trying to find out what our niche was.
Right.
Because at first we're like, we need members because members are what pays your bills, right? You're not worried about like the other things. But for us, what pays our bills is the athletic development, the boot camps, the all-season training programs that we're going to be offering.
Right.
We do sell memberships. People do come in for they come in and work out because we are more of a low-key gym, and some people like that,
Right.
which is great. But our top sellers are those programs.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
And then we're working on a trainer package. What I mean by that is we're trying to make our packages for our trainers more incentive driven. So we'll be able to attract more trainers here for personal training or for like with the athletes and stuff like that. So like the more clients they have, the more they'll make essentially.
Right.
Because usually it's the other way. Because like the other gyms I've worked at, I remember this other gym I worked at. It was 30-70, meaning the house gets 70, the trainer gets 30. At 30% of whatever you're selling, you ain't making shit. You need
Definitely not.
like 40, 50 clients.
Not even if you're selling them at 100 a head.
Right,
You
and
only get
people
30
aren't buying
bucks.
them like that. So we do 60-40 or 50-50 depending on if you bring in a client or if we find a client. And then obviously once we're trying to figure out what that number is. So like let's say I'll store a number out. Let's say you get to like 1,200 for the month. After 1,200 is when your incentives start going up, where you'll start making more money.
Right.
So like you're always trying to reach that goal of trying to get that 1,200. Meaning like you're always going to be searching for clients because sometimes clients leave, they got vacations, they're not there. So like
Right.
you've always got to try to refresh your books and keep your clients coming in. And I think that'll incentivize the trainers to work harder to bring in more clients. And obviously everybody wants to make money.
What do you or do you have like a certain way that you market your trainers other than social media?
Other than social media?
Yeah.
Not other than social media. I mainly just do like Facebook, Nextdoor, Instagram. Now we're using YouTube,
Okay.
and then obviously going out in the general public and advertising that way.
Events, stuff like that.
Yeah, what I always tell my trainers when they come on, I say, you have to learn how to advertise yourself. I could write stuff for you, but like if I'm writing you an advertisement, like I'm probably not saying it right, and I could say something that you're like, ooh, well, I didn't want to do that. right? So I always tell them, write it, I'll repost it, I'll put it in all my, my groups or whatever, the gym is in to help you. But like, you have to learn how to advertise stuff because you're a business, right? So
Right.
you have to start thinking forward. And another thing I always tell them too is start simple, right? Start with family and friends. Like Christian, his mom is a big advocate for him. I'm like, ask your mom, she wants to come in for a boot camp class, whatever. Have your mom ask her friends. She knows somebody or somebody knows somebody.
Right.
It's just a matter of you getting yourself out there. And I know in the beginning it's hard. Like, trying to get clients, you're probably not gonna get anybody for the first couple of weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I've been there. I remember when I opened a gym in New Freedom, I sat there by myself every day from 4 a.m. until 7, 8 p.m. Nobody coming to the gym. From when did we open? It was from November all the way until the end of summer. It was like August. Nobody came in. And then finally we got one member came in. Then I would post with him. I'd offer him free workouts, and then someone else signed up, and I'd do the same with them. And I did like a little something in the morning, and then like from there it kind of snowballed. But it was a
Right.
very, very, very slow start, and it was frustrating because I was used to always having clients.
Right.
But when you start on your own, it's kind of like that. It's like going to a school dance, right? Nobody really wants to be the first one.
To dance with you.
They want to see
how you dance.
right. They want to see how you dance. They want to be like, okay, how's he work with that person? Like, how long? Like, is this for real? Whatever.
Right.
But you just gotta stick with it and be consistent and keep pushing forward, and it always works out.
Yeah. I feel like I'm at that point right now too, where I gotta start putting my tentacles out there and just getting out
The
there
key is
more.
consistency. Consistency is key. If people feel that you're all over the place, they're like, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Right.
So even if you're, and as a business owner, I always do, it's like, I'll go to bed like, is my logo okay? I should change my logo. Did I, should I offer this program, or, like, even though I put an ad out that day, I was like, I'll put another ad out tomorrow.
Right.
You don't want to keep conflicting yourself and putting out different ads. Like, so whatever that ad is, you live and you die by it. You put it out there, that's what it is. And
Right.
you gotta stay consistent with it and just, keep moving forward. But if you're always like trying to put something else out or change it, or then people are like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
Right.
So yeah, that's the key, I think.
What's your philosophy on advertisement? Like, how often should you advertise?
Your business?
Yeah.
Every day.
Okay.
Put something out there every day.
But like, in what sense? Like, are you advertising in the sense of you're trying to get a sale, or you're just trying to get exposure, trying to get engagement? What's your intention with that advertising?
I would say the sale is going to come from exposure and interaction with that person, right? Mainly interaction. People want to know who you are. They want to put a face to a place. Once they know who you are, they feel like they can relate with you. Then, if it's not them that needs that service, they know someone else that does, and they'll recommend that someone else to you. And once you get that someone, and then people see what you're doing, and you're kind of putting that out there, then someone else will come. And from there, it's a snowball effect. So always try to put something out there. I always try to put something out there first thing in the morning, because I know that when people wake up, the first thing they're doing is they're scrolling their phone. So they're gonna look at, they're gonna see, okay, oh, he's doing this, or oh, you put out a positive post. That's something I can relate with, and like they'll type something, and I'll type something back, kind of just engage with them to show that like I'm a real person. I actually care what this person is saying. People need, not that they need to, they should feel validated, right? Because everybody's going through something, or somebody needs something. You don't know, so you kind of got to put yourself out there on the line and just like kind of be human.
Right.
Versus trying to be that big corporation of, I'm a whatever gym, X gym, and people are just gonna come to me because this gym's been around for 30 years.
Right.
You can't have that attitude.
So I see a lot of small businesses. I feel like they mess up in this sense, and I've been guilty of this too sometimes. But now I've been changing it to where I'm like, I'm just posting the behind the scenes stuff. I'm not always posting, this is what's for sale. This is how much my prices is. This is buy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
people have different thoughts on that, and me for one, I hate shoving, buy this. I hate shoving stuff like that down people's throat, because I think it turns people off in a sense.
Right.
I like what you said, like the behind the scenes stuff, the silly stuff, the fun stuff, because then it's like, okay, I can see this. This person, he's funny. He's got, he's got some sort of what do you want to call it? Personality.
Right.
Right. So, but yeah, you don't want to be robotic in a sense where you're putting out some generic picture or something and buy it for $19.99 and this is the best program because of blah blah blah.
That works though.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes
though.
you have to put it out there, but if you're putting it out there all the time, then it's kind of like, oh, this guy's just trying to shove something else down my throat.
But hear me out on this though. What if they are putting it out all the time, but it's a value thing? It's something where they're giving away like a course or like a boot camp or something.
Yeah.
Imagine if you were.
So let me actually rewind on that. So it depends on what your business is, right? If you are a retail store, you're always going to put something out there. It's $19.99 for this soda or coffee cake or whatever it is. So you're always when you have a business like that, you always have to put stuff out there like that because people want to know.
Right.
But something like what you do is like it's a niche, right? You're taking photos of somebody, so you can go either way. You could be like, okay, you could put a post out there. These are my prices, and you could have like set prices on headshots, videos or whatever, and the rest of it, is like kind of behind the scenes because people see like how those headshots are made and how silly they can be and how fun they are. Because like people think that they're like, I don't know if I can get in front of a camera, right?
Right.
So like kind of make it feel more natural and fun and goofy and stuff. That's what sells, right? Because everybody, I hate being in front of the camera until I met you, and now I'm in.
Now you can't turn it off.
I can't turn it off.
I'm here every day recording.
Important.
No, next week we're gonna turn up though.
Yeah, next week.
Next week I'm leaving her at home. She can't come. She has to sleep in, do whatever the hell she wants. It's like no.
But yeah, no. So I think what you're doing is good. You just have to find your groove and just be consistent with it, stick with it, and go.
All right.
Be confident in what you're doing. And people will come to you.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight as much as we'd like it to happen overnight. Because like you look at yourself, you're like, I'm a really good photographer. Why aren't people fucking coming to me, right? But it just it takes time. No matter how good you are, it takes time. Not everybody starts at the top unless you got a shit ton of money and you know the right people.
Right. Networking is everything.
Networking is all. Yep.
I think getting ourselves out there is more putting the content out there.
Getting yourself on a schedule.
Sticking to it, being consistent. There's a lot of things that's incorporated and goes into it, but
you should say, every day, every day you're waking up at this time, you're out the house at this time, and you're either at your first meeting or you're doing something at this time.
Right.
And then every day you just do that.
Right.
And then you'll see results. But if every day you're like, one day you're at 10, one day you're at 11, one day you're not going, and then it's
all
over
the place.
It's all over the place, and you don't know what's going on. For you, and I mean, for me personally, I know I have to keep myself on a schedule because if I don't, then I'm miserable. I don't know what's going on, and it's just like everything's just fucked up.
Anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
You're
like
frustrated. I know. I get
That's
it.
probably growing up in a military family, like it was like very regimented.
Right. The only time I ever had that experience is through my uncle, where he went through the military, and he was very militant. Then my brother also went to boot camp.
Which one?
Devin, the one that is in Colorado right now. But basically, he went to boot camp at a young age, and he came back. He was the first one to get fit and everything, and he had like get up at a certain time and let's go work out, and so I had short periods of time where I've had that, and then I'd had to do it myself with nobody helping me, no motivation or anything like that, just because I didn't have a choice.
Right.
Like I was having that conversation with you a couple days ago where I was just saying like I don't know why I always get to that point where I'm like I don't have a choice.
Right.
Like it's do or die. Like that's the only time I can make a move.
Right.
Like other than that, it's like I'm always like not knowing which way I'm going. Like I'm going in all directions until it's like no, you need to go this way right now. Like
stick with it, because then when you're sticking consistent, if you're sticking to a plan, then things don't get flip flopped and you're not changing things because like you're always trying to change things because your schedule's inconsistent. Right. So if your schedule, then you're like one day you're 1 week you're getting up at whatever X time, and then you're like, okay, this is the way the schedule's got to be. And the next week you're getting up at this time, like, no, I got to do this way because this is going to work. So, like, whatever it is, like, you have to stick to that.
Right. All right. Thank you for watching another episode of Barbell Banter. If you like the video, please share it, subscribe, all that other good stuff.
Get you in the next one.